Bienvenue chez Team. To celebrate a special birthday, I have just the dish that's very elegant and also very easy. It's a tartare of sea scallops with a gelée de pommes vertes, or green apples. Pour fêter un anniversaire, je propose un plat à la fois très élégant et facile. Tartare de Saint-Jacques à la gelée de pommes vertes. I'm pouring in some freshly squeezed green apple juice. That's, well, probably about a quarter of a cup. You want to divide it in half. So there's a quarter of a cup, and in it goes a half teaspoon of Agar Agar, 1 vitamin C pill, and here we go, a couple of drops of, let's say 2 drops of green food coloring. You have to use the food coloring, otherwise it will turn brown, and that's not what we want for a green apple gelée. As you can see, this is now boiling, and that's all we need to do with that. Pour in the rest of your apple juice, mix it around, and then we'll put this in molds. I have here some orange zest. It's actually the peel of an orange that I've taken off with a very good vegetable peeler. So look, there's hardly any, you see very little white showing. But nonetheless, to be safe, we're going to boil that. First, I want to make it into a tiny julienne. That is now going to boil, and then we'll rinse it off and candy it. That's boiling about 30 seconds, and that's enough. Off it goes. We're going to drain it. And next, I'm going to put some sugar and some water into it and candy it. That now has a pinch of coconut sugar and, maybe a teaspoon of water in it. And all we do now is just let that boil down until all the liquid is gone. We're nearing the end point now. That's almost all gone. That's enough. That's all you do with it, and put that aside, and we'll mix it with our tartare. I'm adding a few red onions here. If you had shallots, that would work too. They were out of shallots at my store today, so red onions will have to do. It really doesn't matter. And in with a little bit of white wine, and this too shall cook down till the liquid is gone. The onions now are almost finished. As you can see, the liquid's almost gone. That's enough of that. And we'll put it aside. I have here our orange zest, the onions that we reduced in white wine. I also chopped up very finely a few tomatoes off my plant. This has been a horrible year for tomatoes here, but they're starting finally to come in. So those are the first of some little plum tomatoes. Also some fresh, very young chives from the garden. And now I put in scallops that I've chopped up fairly finely. And this is a tartare, meaning it's not cooked. However, it is cooked in a way, because we're going to put some white balsamic vinegar in it. And also, let's see, a little bit of olive oil. And the other thing you really do need to add is salt, because that will help cure it. And so I'm putting quite a good pinch of fleur de sel in there. And just to finish that, a touch of piment d'Espelette. Not much, but just a little. That's good. This just needs to macerate. You'll need to let that set for about 30 minutes at least. It could do an hour or two. It really is just kind of up to how much time you got. So make sure it's all mixed up well, and I think I would put it in the refrigerator. Scallops are perishable. We're eating them raw. Let's not take any chances. Keep it chilled until you're ready to use it. This dish begins with plate painting. I'm going to put just a little bit. This is actually applesauce that I have tinted green. Now we'll put our first layer of gelée there, and next we need to add the tartare. I just added a veil of gelée that was spread very lightly. As you can see, that's the top, kind of covering that up. And now I have some beautiful caviar. This is American paddlefish, which is very similar to Osetra in color and texture, a fraction of the price, though it ain't cheap. So we're going to put just a little bit there. And notice I'm using a mother of pearl spoon. Never use any kind of metal with caviar because it will cause it to become bitter. I have here a lovely bottle of champagne. We are now having a champagne shortage in the U.S. as part of this recovery from the pandemic. There's none to be found, and so I only could find a split of Veuve Clicquot, but that will certainly do. That's a small amount. Jackie Kennedy used to order magnums for her dinner parties, but we'll just have to make do. This really deserves it. A little bit of champagne, bubbly, and that caviar, and it will be a birthday to remember. Please subscribe and click like. And as always, bon appétit.